Alrighty guys, so as you can see in that intro clip, Siegfried of the Strength Arcana is probably the best slash persona in the game. Even better than my Susanoo slash build, even though I do like Susanoo's design a bit better, but Siegfried is amazing. It's got a super high strength stat, and it's just all around a very consistent physical damage dealing machine. So the skills we have on this particular Siegfried are Deathbound, Brave Blade, Crit Rate Amp, Crit Rate Boost, Slash Amp, Slash Boost, Auto Rebellion, and Multi-Target Boost. So if you didn't know, Amp and Boost do stack. Even though for the crit ones, they don't actually say stacks, but for crit, it does stack. But for the Slash Amp and Slash Boost, you can actually see that they do stack. And then Amp is obviously the 50%, and then Boost is a 25% increase in damage. So I do have Auto Rebellion on the Siegfried, purely because Siegfried just learns Auto Rebellion. You can replace Auto Rebellion with Apt Pupil or any other crit rate sort of up skill, but I'm a bit lazy, so I just went with Auto Rebellion in the first place. And then Multi-Target Boost is purely just for the big mobs, and this thing just clears those as well. Like you can just literally grind through Tartarus by just going to any battle, clearing them with Deathbound, Multi-Target Boost, and all the crit and slash boosts, and you pretty much will destroy everything as soon as you get this persona. So this persona, you can fuse from level 54 onwards. So when you get to level 54, I highly recommend you fuse this. And this has pretty much stayed with me from the mid game all the way to late game, and I will be using it. I will be using it against the final boss, any other sort of, finishing up all the mode passages and whatnot as well, because this thing is just a machine. So the one caveat is it is weak to dark. So, just obviously keep that in mind. You can probably replace, if you don't really want a multi-target boost, with, a null dark or, repel dark or anything like that. But yeah, the other benefit with Siegfried as well is that Siegfried can actually, is one part of the Scarlet Havoc Theurgy, and the other part is Mithras. So when you fuse Siegfried and you fuse Mithras, you can unlock the Scarlet Havoc Theurgy, and it is such a good Theurgy. And that Theurgy is actually influenced by whatever persona you have equipped at the time when you use that Theurgy. So obviously if you have slash boost and crit rate amp, etc, you do a shit ton of physical damage and have the chance to crit as well. So all around, Siegfried is just an amazing physical damage persona. So if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. If you want more build videos, definitely subscribe, because I'll be doing a lot more. And comment down below about what other personas you want to see. I will be doing a bunch of different sort of guides for different persona builds, especially when you get to the late game. I do have a Messiah build. It's either on the channel at the moment or will be coming up on the channel depending on how I edit these. The Messiah build, I will be doing a Lucifer build as well later down, and I'll also be doing specific builds in order to beat Elizabeth, which is the super boss in this game. So definitely subscribe and stay tuned for those. Alright, so let's just go straight into the fusion recipe generator, and then we'll go on to the fusion. Alrighty, we've got Siegfried here today. So this absolute beast of a persona is amazing. I basically use it throughout the mid game. As soon as I could get a level 54, it's pretty much been a staple in my persona stock all the way to the late game, and I will be using it against the final boss as well. So Siegfried I've built basically just as a slashing crit rate machine, essentially, and I think it is probably the best slash persona in the game, even better than Susanoo, that Susanoo build that I did. But I mean, that's Susanoo. I like Susanoo better because the design looks cooler. But Siegfried is probably like the best physical damage dealing persona in Persona 3 Reload. So the skills are Deathbound, Brave Blade, Auto Rebellion, Slash Amp, Crit Rate Amp, Slash Boost, Crit Rate Boost, and Multi-Target Boost. The great thing about this persona is that Jikoku 10 learned 2 of the skills that you need. I mean, it's pretty straightforward to fuse. Multi-target boost comes from Queen Mab. You can probably replace this, but I do like having that when you're in the mob, and it just clears mobs, especially if you get a crit really quickly, and then you can just finish with an all-out attack. The other thing is Auto Rebellion. Now, the only reason why I have that is because Siegfried learns it innately. However, you can teach Siegfried, or you can replace Auto Rebellion with Apt Pupil. It pretty much works the same way. It's probably better to have App Pupil because it's just the innate sort of crit rate boost, rather than Auto Rebellion only at the start of battle sort of situation. However, again, I'm a bit lazy. I'm going to put in Auto Rebellion because it learns it straight away. And that way I don't have to fiddle around with App Pupil. Now for this particular build, if you are following along, I do have DLC obviously in my game, so I can't avoid using DLC. So as you can see, I need to use a Nat in order to fuse Dionysus, and I need to fuse that with Mercurius, both of which are DLC personas. However, I will put up onto the screen right now the fusion settings and the fusion recipe generator if you don't have the DLC. But you can do that yourself. Just go to fusion settings, untick all the DLC, or untick basically anything that you don't want to be used as fusion material. And then you can essentially get the same recipe, and hopefully it will help you out. So I'll leave that on the screen. Oh, it's probably on the screen at the moment anyway. So you can copy that basically for your left and right chain fusions in order to basically fuse Siegfried. And then, yeah, so use the one, if you don't have DLC, use that one. If you do have the DLC, this is the easiest one, which I'll be walking through now. So there's no other requirements. Jiko 10 you can just get, Queen Mab you can just get, and then, yeah, basically you can, fuse yourself an amazing persona straight from level 54, and then you can basically just use it to carry you through the game all the way to the end. Alright, so for the left chain, we will fuse Jikoku 10 with a Nat. Again, this is using the DLC. However, in the recipe generator, if you don't have the DLC, uncheck the DLC, and then you should get the recipe. I do have the recipe linked in the description below, or you can at least see me typing out in the description below, but it's also before in this video. So if you just pause during the fusion recipe generator that I showed, you'll have another recipe for Siegfried, and it'll be the exact same. So we're going to fuse into Dionysus, and we need slash boost and crit rate boost. So for the right chain, we'll need a Queen Meb and then a Jikoku to fuse into a Mothman. So make sure you have Queen Meb with multi-target boost, and then basically we'll do that. So crit rate boost, multi-target boost. And then we want to fuse Mothman with Throne into Mercurius. So again, DLC persona. Just look at the description, look at the timestamp as well. Then once you have both those components for the left and right chain, we'll fuse Dionysus with Mercurius for Siegfried. And we will be learning slash boost, crit rate boost, multi-target boost. Yep, so there we have it. We have Siegfried, and then you just have to rank him up to get slash amp, and then obviously get rid of Otomasuku. But that's pretty much the Siegfried build that that you would go with. Essentially, it is an absolute beast. I'm about to show you a few clips as to why it's an absolute beast. It's a crit machine. and it absolutely annihilates. So thanks for watching another build video, guys. I really appreciate everyone's support recently. We're actually very close to 1,000 subscribers actually. The last time I checked, we're about 860 at the moment, I believe. And yeah, that's just awesome. Like my goal was to get 500 subscribers by the end of the year, but we absolutely smashed it back in February, which was awesome. And so I guess now my goal is to get 1,000 by the end of the year, and I truly believe we can absolutely smash that. Yeah, this has been an amazing experience. I love making these Persona videos in general, and I'll keep making them until I'm absolutely exhausted with all the options for this game. So thanks for watching. Definitely don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, I'll leave you with a few clips of why Siegfried is absolutely broken and amazing, and yeah, go from there. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Now's the time. Come, better be wise when choosing battles, mostly bad boys. You know, one of those big time shady focals they will fight for. Drop these balls in my sleep, few tricks up my sleeve. Wait till late for you to leave now. Siegfried!